Ladies and gents, there is a full agreement between Arsenal and Viktor Gyökeres. Big reports coming out from Portugal that he is set to fly to London in the next couple of days to complete a medical. Fabrizio Romano said yesterday that we will get a here we go very, very soon. Now, the next question, and the big question after this, who will be the next signing? Will it be Rodrygo? Will it be Eze? Will it be Noni Madueke? According to reports, there is a difference in the price valuation between Arsenal and Chelsea for Noni Madueke. We're also going to be talking about Eze. We're going to break it all down in this video. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Some videos are hitting well over 1,000 likes, which is absolutely glorious. And the support is just absolutely insane. Make sure you watch the video the entire way through so you don't miss anything. And if you haven't already, please go down, hit that subscribe button. 90% of you, yes, you, right there. I'm talking to you. Go down, hit that subscribe button. We've gained nearly 1,000 subs already this month. We're pushing 70K. Join the community. Let me know your thoughts. Now, I want to get some of the Arsenal news ready for you guys. Here we go. So Sky Sports Germany come out regarding Benjamin Šeško. The Arsenal will link with Benjamin Šeško, but RB Leipzig's asking price for 100 million put the Gunners off. Now, let me give you some perspective on this. You got two strikers. One has literally been priced out of a move, and in my opinion, I don't even think he may get a move this summer. The other one is prepared to put 2 million euros of his own money aside to take a pay cut, and he's forcing a move to Arsenal, refusing to play, wants that Arsenal shirt on, wants to play in the Premier League for Arsenal and compete for the biggest honours. And you think the team that they put out last season got to the Champions League semi-final. You had Norgard, Zubimendi, potentially Eze, potentially Noni Madueke, potentially Rodrygo, and the Viktor Gyökeres. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that they will challenge again for the Premier League and the Champions League. For Benjamin Šeško, though, if I'm Benjamin Šeško, I am sacking my agent right then and there. Now, CNN Portugal, who Fabrizio Romano has quoted a number of times, Viktor Gyökeres is ready to fly to England, while Arsenal's representative have left Lisbon being almost completely aligned with Sporting regarding the agreement. So we know there is a complete agreement with regards to Viktor Gyökeres on personal terms, and now it looks like a verbal agreement or an agreement on paper is going to come between the two clubs very, 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 very soon. Now, Fabrizio Romano did say we'll get here we go soon. I do think that will probably be maybe today, tomorrow, or even more. According to CNN Portugal, breaking Arsenal and Sporting have reportedly settled upon a transfer fee for Viktor Gyökeres, which suits all parties. 56.1 million plus 13 million in add-ons. As if Arsenal are going to sign Viktor Gyökeres for the same price that Tottenham are going to sign Mohamed Kudus. So that works out at nearly what? Nearly 70 million pounds with the add-ons. You're getting one of the best goal scorers, if not the best goal scorer in Europe. 39 goals last season, 29 goals the season before. And his numbers overall are absolutely ridiculous when you look at non-penalty goals, when you look at goal score, when you look at dribbles, when you look at assists. Look at the guy's numbers. They're absolutely stupidly good. Look at that. Top 1% for non-penalty goals, non-penalty XG, total shots, non-penalty AXG, shot creating actions, progressive carries, touched in the attacking penalty area, progressive passes received, successful take-ons. His numbers are extraordinary, and you're getting that in the Premier League, in one of the best teams in Europe. It's very, very difficult to see how Arsenal aren't going to go and potentially win this Premier League. Now, the next situation is going to be the Eze or the Noni Madueke situation. I personally believe, as of right now, we will see what is prepared we'll see how much Arsenal are prepared to spend with regards to Noni Madueke. According to big reports, there is a difference of evaluation on Noni Madueke. Chelsea is saying they want X amount. You know, this was coming out a couple of days ago that Fabrizio Romano said that personal terms had been agreed between Arsenal and Noni Madueke. That was yesterday. Everyone was down in the dumps, and all of a sudden, there's a complete change in everything. Viktor Gyökeres is potentially going to be here we go later today. But who is going to get done first? Noni Madueke or Eberechi Eze? I think Rodrygo will probably get done after the World Cup if he is going to sign. But yeah, Arsenal are set to send an opening bid for Noni Madueke after an agreement with the player on personal terms. Told Madueke is committed to a 5-year deal. So that's Gyökeres and Madueke both pinned down until 2030 on the personal terms situation. Now, the one thing that's very, very interesting as well is, according to the Telegraph, Chelsea are expecting more than £50 million for Noni Madueke. I don't think personally Arsenal will pay that. I think that when you look at the situation with regards to Arsenal, they want to go and spend £300 million or 250 as a bare minimum. You've probably got 55 million on Gyökeres, 50 million on Zubimendi, that's 100. 15 million on Norgard. Then you add in either Noni Madueke or Eberechi Eze. And then you've got the situation with Rodrygo, it's going to be at least 80 million. There is enough money put aside for Arsenal to sign Madueke, Eze, and Rodrygo and go absolutely all out next season. Now, in terms of Arsenal departures, it looks like Leandro Trossard could be on his way to Turkey. There are a lot of reports out there regarding Leandro Trossard and Fenerbahce. Now, this comes out and says Leandro Trossard could leave Arsenal this summer despite initial discussions over a contract renewal. The player is happy at the club, but the arrival of Andrea Berta with new ideas could change his future. Arsenal could consider bids around 20 million euros. Surely Leandro Trossard in today's market is worth more than 20 million euros. He's 30. He's going to be 31 in December. But surely that's only, what, 15 million pounds for a guy that is a pretty good goal scorer, Premier League proven, reliable, doesn't really get injured. I personally think that, you know, he's worth a little bit more than that. Maybe 30, maybe 35. Now, Leandro Trossard, barring any setbacks, according to this report coming out in Turkey, we can say Fenerbahce, that is a new transfer. I don't know how reliable that translation is, but there are big reports coming out in Turkey that Fenerbahce are prepared to meet his personal terms. Now, the other situation is Gabriel Martinelli. He's wanted out in Saudi Arabia. And the situation is, as it stands right now, that there are reports that Saudi Arabian clubs are prepared to pay £75 million, or at least 75 million euros, I believe the report was. If Arsenal can generate that, you know, according to Ben Jacobs, this came out a couple of days ago, the Saudi FA have opened the transfer window today. This was a few days ago. Al Nassr wants to sign a left winger, and they have gone to central deal makers to ask 85 million in budget to start bidding. Whether or not that goes on Gabriel Martinelli remains to be seen. But he is one of their targets. Now, could this potentially open up the door for Eberechi Eze? I believe so. If you can get 80 million euros for Gabriel Martinelli, I think you have to take it without a shadow of a doubt. Then you look at Eberechi Eze, 1 or 2 years left on his contract. You know, Al Nassr are chasing a deal to sign Martinelli. The Saudi club are eyeing up an £85 million bid for the forward. They've not made contact with Arsenal as it stands. So Fabrizio Romano is coming out and saying that Madueke and Viktor Gyökeres have both agreed personal terms. What's going to be very, very interesting is who that left winger is going to be. You look at Real Madrid, you look at them in the Club World Cup. They play tomorrow night against PSG. I do believe that will be the end of the road for them. And I do believe, Wednesday night the Real Madrid will be out after that game. Now, after that game is finished, the situation with regards to Rodrygo should be resolved. He should have a meeting with Xabi Alonso. And I believe Arsenal and Liverpool and Bayern Munich all three of those clubs will go all out to sign Rodrygo. Trossard and Martinelli out. Rodrygo and Madueke into Arsenal. That is a potential possibility. Now, you look at PSG, you look at their wingers with Bradley Barcola, Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele, Desiree Doué, Lee. Do they really need to add another winger? They are the best team in the world right now and the team to beat. But do they really need another winger? I don't necessarily think they do. According to Top Skills Sports UK, I don't know who they are. According to them, a medical has been booked and planned for Noni Madueke. Personal terms is agreed. Noni is keen on the deal, and his agent is pushing for it to happen. Medical is already scheduled if all goes to plan. So there's a lot of news coming out. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.